Awesome. So we're recording. So today is Wednesday, June 20th. Thank you all for being here with me today. And I'm honored to be sharing and leading this call. I want to talk about our vision for the future, what it is that we're calling into our life. What is that bigger picture and what does that look like? So I'll repeat myself here because I just started the recording. But what are those things, a lot of us have worked 9-to-5 jobs where we go to work every single day, we get paid at the end of the week, and that's great, but do you see a long-term result of that? Do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years still working at that job, making $10 an hour, and is that going to get you to where you want to go, right? Because for most of us, it's just going to barely help us pay our bills and have money in our pocket, but it's not really going to get us ahead unless we have 2 or 3 or 4 jobs because it's so expensive to live. So where do you see yourself in a year from now? Maybe 5 years from now, maybe 10 years from now? Just things to think about. Like, if you can, just close your eyes for a moment and just think about the things that how you see yourself, how you envision yourself, what you imagine life to be like in 5 years from now. What do you imagine your life being like from 5 years from now? Maybe you haven't started a family and you're planning on starting a family. So maybe in 5 years from now, you have like a couple toddlers running around, or at least one toddler running around, right? Maybe you see yourself as a 5-star crown in our company and you are traveling the world and helping people and you're making a huge difference. And maybe you're donating tons of money to all these causes that are close to your heart. Maybe you're traveling the world and giving back in other ways. Maybe you're volunteering because money's not an issue to you. You have money in the bank, it's coming in every month, right? So you're able to do these things that are close to your heart that just make your heart sing. So think about that. What is your bigger picture for yourself? What's your purpose in this world? And what is it that you ultimately are passionate about? What is it that you're ultimately calling in? And what is it that you'll be doing in 5 years from now? So if you want to, I encourage you to really think about this and share about it when we open up the line. I would love to hear what the things are that you're calling in or what you're envisioning for yourself. And it's just something fun. You can even jot it down if you have your notepad in front of you. Start jotting down some ideas of things that you envision for yourself. Maybe if it's even just words like a big garden, a beautiful house, whatever it might be, just jot down some words and then you'll see it come together. You can finish painting that picture for yourself later and write that into a story if you want to. So, and it's kind of like writing your future story. What is it that you want, right? So something I wanted to talk about is manifestation. So this is where we're going to go into the money talk, right? Because many of us say we're not doing this for money. We're doing this to help people. We're doing this to save humanity. We're doing this to help people get off GMOs. These are all great reasons, but the ultimate reason why we're sharing this mission is so that we can make money to support ourselves and then to support others, right? And it's not about the money that we make. I know we can get caught up. Money's a weird thing when we talk about it, right? It can get weird when you start telling people the prices of things or how much money you could make. But what the real thing is that it's not about money. It's about the things that we can do with the money, right? Like I said, in 5 years from now, if you're a 5-star crown and you're making, $80,000 a month in your bank account, what would you do with that? Right? What would you do with that? You could do anything. And so think about that. If next month, if you were crown and, a few months from now and you're making $10,000 a month in your bank account, what would you do with that? $10,000 is a lot of money too. You could do a lot with $10,000 a month. So these are just things to kind of open your mind of what's possible, because it's easy for us to get in the habit of not having enough, waiting for that next paycheck, paying the next bill and feeling like, okay, I just have enough to pay this bill right now. And then, I'm on a budget, right? That's easy to do. And it's real. It's real stuff, you guys. We all have this. Just a second, Ryan. And so, money is an issue for many of us. There's so many people in America and across the world that $500 would make the biggest difference. Many people are $500 from going bankrupt or not being able to pay their rent or not being able to put money, food on the table for their children, or whatever it is that they might need. People are really living on the brink. And so we're giving them an opportunity to feed themselves and then to also expand that and create something bigger. So Ryan, go ahead. You have your hand up.
Hi, good morning. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
I just it kind of gave me a little bit of motivation, what you said. Thank you for getting on and sharing and running this call. One thing that really resonated with me that I've been sharing to people that I am interested in running this business with is, Skylar's income and Roxy's income and all my friends that are doing this full time. But then on top of that, I usually finish it with the fact that, just because they're making this income is great and all, but the amount of people that they are bringing value to and the amount of people's lives they have changed in order to create that type of residual income allows for them to do so much more.
Right. I love that, Ryan. Thanks for sharing.
And I'm driving to Hanalei.
Right on. Awesome. Yeah, totally. So, it's really to reach that, to reach Crown, first of all, you have to help a lot of people get healthier or reach a certain level of success in Purium, right? So you're not going to reach any level in this company by yourself. This really is, and it's something that I love about this company. As any other company that you're in, you can get promoted and you can keep getting promoted up to the top, but that doesn't mean that the people that you are working with are going to get promoted with you, right? But what I love about this company is that you can promote yourself to get a bigger paycheck, but you have to bring your friends with you. You have to get them a promotion in order to get yourself a promotion in a way. So, by helping other people reach consultant, director, executive, that's going to help you reach the other ranks above that. So it's really exciting. We get to help people while helping ourselves. And then we get to turn around and decide what we want to do with this new abundance that we acquire and give back in different ways. There's so many different ways that Skylar and Roxanne and Raven have all given back to our different communities in monetary ways, and being able to give back that way, which is incredible. And if we don't have it, we can't do it, right? But if we have it and we have access to it, then it's something that we can give back to our community, whatever that might be that's close to our heart. So, but I love that. I love that we have to do it together. I love that we're empowering others always. And so I wanted to bring it around to the money talk, because so many of us have blocks with money and issues around money. It might be something that stemmed from our childhood. Many of us may have had either like a single parent or just a low income family where we just knew, when we asked mom or dad for something, it was already like, okay, well, I'll see if I can afford that. Or, if you do a chore, you can have a quarter. And at the end of the week, you can buy that treat or whatever it might be. They had our systems to help them make it through and be able to pay their paychecks. But then some of that got instilled in us of there's just not enough. There's not enough. We have to wait till we can afford it. We have to save up, which are all great things that we were taught. But it also created insecurities about money within our subconscious. So things that we can do to kind of unblock ourselves from that consciousness is to try to reword it. When you hear yourself, because often, we'll go to the store and we'll be like, oh my gosh, I love that. It's awesome, whatever it might be. Awesome new swimsuit or something. And then we'll be like, oh my gosh, it's way expensive. I can't afford that, right? So if we can instead switch our way of thinking, or maybe we'll bring it back to like organic food because that's more relevant to what we're doing. But even with organic food, often people will tell me, or even with Purium for that example, I'll share with them all the benefits that it has, and right away they'll go, oh my gosh, that sounds really great, it would really help me, but I just can't afford it. I'm gonna have to wait till I get paid next week, right? And then that might even get pushed forward. Something happens next week, car breaks down, then all of a sudden they're like, I can't do it for another week, right? So it's these priorities that we put in front of us. And I hear Tracy Fujikane tell us all the time, if you drop your iPhone in the water, you'd be going to buy yourself a $700 iPhone tomorrow, right? So it's all about our priorities. So I want us to think about when we tell ourselves, maybe we go to the health food store and we're buying organic food, and we might be like, oh my gosh, it's really expensive for that. Instead, we can try to rethink it of like, you know, that, but is it worth it to me? You know, instead of looking at the price tag, think about the benefits and then ask yourself if it's worth it to you. And try to not dwell so much on the price tag. Also, being able to do positive things like, you know, well, one thing that can really help is budgeting. So at the beginning, if you're able to budget better, then that can really help take some of that stress off of feeling like you might not have enough or like you can't afford certain things. So, you know, that can be one thing you can do to kind of see where you're at, but really diving deep down into where that's rooted. So think back to when was it, maybe when you were younger, when you were a child, that maybe you feel like there was something that you really wanted and your parents couldn't afford it, right? They told you that you couldn't have it. Maybe you could get it for your birthday if they could afford it by then, right? So think back to then, and then we can try to erase that subconscious and reset that subconscious of like, yes, you can have that. Yes, you will have that. Maybe not right now, but you will have that. Okay, so like maybe you didn't get that bicycle on your birthday when you wanted it, but maybe your parents had to save up and they got it for you for Christmas, right? So it's not that you didn't have it, maybe you didn't have it in that moment, but you did have it later. So it's retraining our brain not to say that I can't afford it or I can't have it, but what am I going to do to make it happen? How am I going to manifest that? What can I do to make that happen? You know, for instance, summer camps are happening right now all around me in Kauai, and you know, and they're expensive. Some of them are like $300 a week. Can you imagine? I could pay rent for a single person with the amount it costs for summer camp for a child for, you know, a few weeks. If he went for a month, that would be $1,200. So, you know, it's rewiring my brain of like, how can I make that happen? How can I make it? Is it worth it to have him go to the summer camp? What is he going to get out of it? You know, and is it worth it? You know, maybe he won't go to all 4 of them. Maybe he'll just go to like 1 or 2 of them, and I'll make it break down that price so it's more affordable. I'm not sending him to all of the different options. But it's about retraining myself to, instead of being like, oh, he can't go, I can't afford it, look at the bigger picture and be like, well, maybe we can just take small steps, and which one are we going to choose? Maybe we'll just go to 1 summer camp this year or 2. So, you know, trying to do little things like that to help you if you're somebody that has a feeling of lack, if you're somebody that has a hard time, you know, having enough money, if you always feel like you don't have enough, because I know that some of us are always abundant and really feeling that law of attraction. And that's really what I'm trying to share here, is that you can create a law of attraction just by changing the way that you think about money and the way that you think about the income that you're receiving from this business and the way that you present yourself to the world. So some things that really help to bring in positivity, to bring in that abundance factor, is living in gratitude. So one practice that you can do is reaching out to at least 2 people a day in gratitude. And this isn't going to be a prospecting call necessarily, although it could result in this person becoming a prospect in the future or a customer, team member. But you're really reaching out authentically just to show your appreciation to this person or 2 people a day. And just saying, hey, I wanted to give you a call because I wanted to let you know that I really appreciate you. You've always been there in my life. Anytime that I needed you, you've really shown up for me. And I just really felt called to reach out to you today and let you know how much you mean to me. Thank you. And leave it at that. You know how much you're going to make that person's day. You know how good you're going to make them feel. Their heart is going to just be bubbling over with love. And the next time they see you post about your 10-day cleanse results, so the next time you call them and you say, hey, I'm going to do a 10-day cleanse, I was wondering if you want to join me, you know how awesome they're going to feel and what their answer could be. So it's about creating those positive relationships, right? Not just calling people to invite them to a group cleanse or just calling people to sign them up for Curium, but really reaching out for other reasons too and rekindling those friendships. You know, if you call people or if you're posting on social media negative things, if you're saying, oh my gosh, you know, this drama and that drama, then people aren't so much going to want to like dive in and support you. But if you're really positive on your social media and you're really positive when you reach out to people and you just, you know, give them tons of love. Hey, how are you doing? How are the kids? How is your life? How is work? You know, just really checking in, diving in with them and giving them a lot of love, they're going to feel that. And that's where you start creating that law of attraction where people just want to know what you're doing because you're not just reaching out to share Purium with them. You're not just sharing, you know, whatever on social media. You're really sharing positivity. You're exuding that gratitude. And through that, you're going to create this wave of perpetual abundance where people keep getting attracted to you because of who you are, because you're positive, because you're uplifting, because you call and give them a gratitude connection, okay? So these are all really great things that you can do to help yourself become better at just becoming a law of attraction and not pushing the money away because we have to attract it in, right? Other things that you can do, I actually tried to make the post for this call along with like a bunch of positive abundance and money manifestation quotes. But it didn't really work. So if you guys go onto A-Team, I actually created an album, like a little photo album. And in there, there's about 20 different little quotes or different things. And so you could either print these out and put them around your house or pick a few that you like. You might have one as a screensaver on your phone. You might have it as a screensaver on your computer. You can write them out yourself on sticky notes and keep them around the house or create your own positive quotes and money manifestation little quotes to just help you remind yourself, you know, even a gratitude connection. Maybe have a sticky note that says, reach out. Who are you going to reach out to today with a gratitude connection? You know, give yourself little prompts around the house. I even have one on the fridge that says, drink more water. You know, that's important. I forget. You know, so you use sticky notes if that helps you. Put notes around the house with positive reminders to help you to take the action steps that you need or to remind you to have that positive mindset, to remind you that, you know, yes, you can do it. Even just things like that. I can do it, you know. People are attracted to me. I'm manifesting money from different various sources, you know. There's so many different things like that that we can kind of write out there. And I had actually created, I had written out, where did I write that? I had actually written out a whole little thing about money manifestation. So I'm gonna try to find it real quick, but I'd love to open it up for you guys to share any of your blocks, maybe issues that you feel like are holding you back, or any kind of law of attraction tips and secrets that you feel are working for you. Would really love to hear your voices as well.
Hey, girlfriend, can I talk?
Yes, please.
Hey, you guys, I wish your pictures were all up here. Like, I wish you guys, I mean, look at, I haven't even brushed my hair. I've been on calls all morning and my hands are sweating and I look horrible, but I wish I could see all of your faces because I would look into each of your eyes and tell you that something crazy has just happened in my business. I'm going to probably cry because, like, you guys, I'm shaking, okay? Like, Friday, I posted this. I don't plan on posting Facebook things. They just come to me and I just, I'll just turn it on and hopefully I look, there they are. Hopefully I look decent. You guys, on my Jeep post, if you haven't seen it, and I'll repost it, if you have not seen it, please watch it. Something happened there very special. You guys, I'm not telling you this to make anybody bummed or sad. I'm telling you this because it just happened and I gotta figure out why. You know, I've been busy. I've been horrible at getting brand partners that stick with it. Hi, guys. But I'm telling you, the customers are coming out of the woodwork right now, and I'll tell you why I think. I missed half of this call, so I got in on the last few minutes. Everything I just heard, it's like my soul was speaking out of her mouth. Okay, the law of attraction is so working. I put it out there on Friday. People notice. First of all, you guys, how long has it been since you've done a cleanse? Like, how long has it been since you actually had that 10 days where you know that feeling and where you're living it and where you're, I mean, I think you got to revisit that. If you're not taking the products religiously, because the only thing that I can think of right now, something got turned on with my people. And I think it's because everybody says they're feeling it, they're seeing it. You guys, I'm not kidding you. I've got people coming out of the woodwork. I almost need an assistant. I wished that you guys were all here with me, because the law of attraction has happened because people can feel it through me. And all I'm doing is, like she said, I'm talking to people. I'm putting my people believe that I want to help them. I'm not having a problem selling at all. People are calling me, giving me their credit cards. I've got 4 orders to put in right now for 40 days. Look at me, guys. All I'm asking you is to just believe. There's Karen. Just believe. Get on your faces here. Look at me. You know, this is us. This is not like somebody we have to impress. You guys, I want you all to come along with me. I'm going to start doing videos. I'm going to cold shot stuff. I'm going to go to an old folks home and I'm going to help the people there. I'm going to walk down and get the golfers. But here's the way I'm doing it. I don't sell product unless I can talk them into Biomedic. Honest to God. I've not lost one sale, because when you believe in something that big, and thanks, Ian, thank you for pumping that into me the other day. I was so jacked up and then I started crying. But you guys, something has totally turned around, and it can turn around for you guys too. Everybody gets in a slump. You know, I've been executive the last 2 months. I'm going to hit it today. I'm going to hit 5K today. I'm going to do 1K the last 2 days in a row. It's not because I'm special. It's because I got bit by this super bug, and I'm genuinely just letting the feeling of, I want to help these people. And you guys, the law of attraction, it's almost a joke anymore. I go through town, I walk through people, and they just look at me and they just want to come talk to me. So you guys, please just take the product, do your meditation. I've never done meditation. I've never done yoga. God, I would love to do that, but do it and get in the plant-based mind, and you'll go out and attract people, and you'll be going crazy. If I had a brand partner, I'd be diamond today. Like, I have no brand partners doing anything. So anyway, all I'm telling you guys, Leah and all you guys, Ryan and Karen and Elena and Brittany, if you're on this call, let's do a Zoom. Like, I'll find someone. I'll find customers for you. I will. They just come to me. I would be glad to do that, okay? So all I'm saying is, I hate being long-winded, but you guys, I'm serious. I'm sweating. I'm shaking. And I'm excited, and I can't wait. This is awesome.
I love your excitement, Terry. Thank you so much for sharing, and I love it. I love what you're doing. I love your law of attraction. I was watching your video that you did with the CBD with the dogs the other day, and it's just so natural. And that's how we have to do it. We just have to be natural. And when you have that idea, you guys, I can't tell you how many times I've like had an idea and I'm like, I should go live about this. And then I'm like, oh, well, you know, my hair's not brushed and the kids are being noisy or whatever. And then I don't do it. And then I'm like, oh man, I should have done it, you know, and I'm beating myself later about it, or I forget what the awesome idea was. And I'm like, what was it I wanted to go live about? And I kind of lose.
Girlfriend, your best ones are when they're raw.
Yeah.
You know, anybody can be a professional, and the world does not want perfect anymore. The world does not want all those movie stars and that perfectness. That is not real, guys. What's real is our little giddy things. You guys wait, I have a perfect live figured out with my horse, and my big 2,000-pound draft horse, he's gonna be sending you guys a message. I got it all lined up in my head last night. And just do it live. Just do it raw.
Wow.
So loud. I'm gonna turn it down.
Awesome. Thank you, Terry.
All right.
Anyone else want to share? I think somebody else is off mute. So what is it that you guys are manifesting? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years or so? And do you feel like you have money blocks? Do you feel like you have kind of figured out some tricks about law of attraction, gratitude connections? We'd love to hear any of your shares about that. And if you're trying to share, I just muted everybody so that we'd have a clear line for whoever does want to share, because we had a bunch of people off mute here. If you're on a phone line, you might have to press *6 to unmute yourself. Well, I'm going to share something that a friend of mine wrote last week, and I think I just found it again. I was looking for it all morning, and I forgot where I had posted it. Okay. So I really like what my friend, this was kind of what prompted this idea about talking about money, as my friend made this awesome post on social media last week, and it really inspired me because I felt like it was so true. And then at the end I have, you know, some abundance manifestation little script that we can say together, or you can write it down or whatever. So I'm going to quote my friend Dakota. Said, "Let's talk about money, honey. Have you ever talked about money and then it's like crickets enter the room? The energy tightens and nobody comes to talk about their financial problems or their successes. It's a very uncomfortable topic and to most people. And most of us can completely relate to this, right? It's not very spiritual to receive lots of money, and it's not really that we need money, because we could just be, you know, wandering barefoot and naked in the jungle." This is from my friend. But that's totally true. But we would prefer to be able to go do things on the weekend and help build an empire and help others, right? She put, "Money and I are not in our dream relationship yet, but we are getting so much healthier and happier together, thanks to and large to the things I'm about to share with you below that have been passed along to me. So number 1, money is your friend." Poor money. I didn't know that I'd been mistreating it my whole life. It is a being and deserves to be loved and in a healthy relationship. Trust is the foundation to any relationship. How do you think you'd feel if you were in a relationship with someone that constantly doubted you, that you wouldn't be there for them, that you didn't know how they felt, and you couldn't get the kinds of stuff that they wanted? You hated it. You hated getting attention and felt unworthy of the love, and you never felt like they gave you enough. That sounds so dysfunctional, right? Money is love. Money is love. Money is honey. Money is your friend. It quickly became mine too. Money can be used to further way more acts of love in this world than when you don't have any. There's nothing more spiritual or loving about not having any money either. Every time you receive money, overflow your heart with gratitude, even if it's coins on the ground. Be grateful. Every time you give money, overflow your heart with gratitude, even when you're paying your bills, and see it return to you multiplied. Money is paper. It's paper. We can take the life or death survival stress off of it, and long enough just to giggle about the fact that it's paper. Money wants you to give your soul gifts. Money doesn't like it when you play small. I remember wondering why certain businesses ventures didn't work out, and it was truly because I was selling myself short and not doing my highest soul joy. Be bold. What would you do if money was no obstacle to you? Never let lack of money stop you from living your dreams. No matter how long it takes, no matter how long it takes, I've done insane things with no money, following my heart, and it always worked out. Trust your heart, the rest will follow. Be vulnerable. Find that place within you that feels scarce. There's never enough. I need more. Where does that come from? Let's dive deep into releasing those beliefs and creating new ones. So that really is like, you know, our beliefs of like not having enough, needing more, you know, those are really beliefs that are deep set inside of us. So releasing those beliefs and trying to reset that with, I do have enough. I have abundance. I'm provided for. I love money. I love what money does for me. I love what I can do with the money that I have. You know, I'm attracting money to me so that I can do more things with it, you know? So having those positive reaffirmations around you is so helpful. So the next part I'm going to share is a little manifestation, kind of like a manifestation mantra. And I actually wrote it out in several ways. So you can say it with me if you want to. It's pretty repetitive. I can try, let me see if I can copy and paste it actually. Let me come back over here. Let me paste it here so you guys can do it with me. Okay, let me see. Okay, just give me a second here. And if anybody wants to share, what did that bring up for you, that little bit that I just read? Did that bring up any inspiration? Did it, make your heart sing? Did it scare you, inspire you? I'd love to hear what you got out of that little share that I just did from my friend's social media share last week. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to, I love it. Terry's leaving comments in the chat box here. Since I've been doing Purium, it's been blessed with the products do for her body and getting rid of the clutter and excess. Awesome. Oh no, for some reason, I don't know if it's gonna let me, it actually won't let me send this because it's too long. So unfortunately, I won't be able to share it with you guys. Let me go back to where I was. Sorry about that. So tried to copy and paste it. That wouldn't work though. Okay, so I'm gonna read this little thing to you real quick. I am worthy of abundance. I am good with abundance. Abundance flows easily to me. Abundance supports me. I am in harmony with the greater flow of abundance. I am grateful for the abundance I have now. I am receiving abundance from unexpected and expected places. I am honoring others who have more abundance than I have. I am choosing happiness now, no matter how much abundance I have. So this can also be read with, if you're manifesting money, if you're manifesting getting to diamond. So I wrote it out in a couple other ways and I'll share it with you. And since you've heard it once, if you want to try to repeat it with me, you can. Let's go with money. I am worthy of money. I am good with money. Money flows easily to me. Money supports me. I am in harmony with the greater flow of money. I am grateful for the money I have now. I am receiving money from unexpected and expected places. I am honoring others who have more money than I have, and I'm choosing happiness now, no matter how much money I have. So I really like this. I also wrote it for getting to diamond. So if you're calling in getting to diamond, let's do this one together, okay? It's gonna be really fun. I am worthy of reaching diamond. I am good with becoming a diamond. Customers and new brand partners flow easily to me. My team supports me. I am in harmony with the greater flow of reaching diamond. I am grateful for the team I have now. I am receiving new inspired team members and loyal customers from unexpected and expected sources. I am honoring others who have more customers or team members than I have. I am choosing happiness now, no matter how much money or business volume I have. So I switched that one up a little bit. You guys see what I did with that? Fun, right? Okay, the very last one that I kind of edited was about becoming a leader. Okay, and I thought this was really great because after I did diamond, then I got really inspired and I was like, oh, I want to keep going with this. So one more manifestation prayer with you all, and then I'm opening it up. I am worthy of being a leader. I have good leadership skills. Becoming a leader I want to be flows easily to me. Being the leader is what supports me. I am in harmony with the greater flow of becoming the leader I want to be. I am grateful for the leaders that have come before me. I am now and receiving guidance towards the leadership I want to represent in this world. I am honoring others who have more leadership skills than I have. I am choosing happiness now, no matter how I feel about my leadership skills I have today. So that was the little manifestation prayer that I want to share with you guys. And it's something that you can write out. You can literally write it out for anything. So that one's really cool. I'll make sure and repost all of that into A-Team so you guys can read that script that I just read, as well as those manifestation prayers. You can, you know, copy and paste it to your own notes, or even, you know, make your own sticky notes out of it so you can read a manifestation prayer. And you could make it for anything. You know, if you're calling in whatever it is, maybe you're going to do one just for brand partners or just for customers. Or maybe you're going to call in other things besides, you know, abundance and money and things that are related to Purium. Maybe you're calling in a new home, or maybe you're calling in other things that, you know, in your life. And so this is a manifestation prayer that you can mold to what it is that you're manifesting into your own life. So I'd love to hear from you all. We still have about 15 minutes left on this call, and I'd love to just hear your voices. This really is an open platform for you to share your voices. You can share about your vision for the future, where you see this taking you. You can share some of your manifestations, you know, any money blocks that you feel like might be holding you back. If you want to talk about money, I know, like I just said, it can be like a tight, tense situation to talk about money, but it's something that we have to get used to, and it will make it easier. It will flow easier the more we talk about it. So I'm opening up the call. Please share your voices. Love to hear from you.
Hi, everybody. This is Aya. Thanks so much, Nayaba, for leading this call. I feel like money has always been one of those things for me that, I don't know, it's always just kind of flowed, you know, money flows. I never really have had to worry about it so much, but at the same time, I became a single mom and like hit rock bottom and had nothing, like literally living in a tent in my dad's garden. And, you know, Purium has been such an answer for me. And it's like, honestly, all my Purium checks, I deposit them into a savings account. Like, I really haven't even touched any of the money that I've made. And I don't know why I'm doing that, but I just feel like it's the beginning of that residual income for me, or something like that. But yeah, money blocks and just talking about money. And that's something that I have always just kind of avoided, talking about money and worrying about it. Growing up, I always had a lot of money. I was worked in the restaurant industry at a young age, at 15 years old, and have always worked in that industry, which is a cash flow industry. Always had the cash flowing in that sense. But yeah, thank you so much for asking us to think about 5 years from now, because that's something that's so important for me to do in my life right now. Is like, how am I going to change the situation that I'm in? And not that I'm not happy where I'm at, but I want so much more for my life. And so really calling that in, and then even just repeating those little mantras that we just did. It was like, I got a text, and I also do pet care and like house sitting, and I got a new job, and it was like total instant manifestation, and just really opening up. I'm on day 8 right now of my 10-day cleanse, and I feel amazing. And my cleanse, this is my second one, and the first one, a lot of money blocks really came up for me, and just really feeling that too, and feeling into the fullness of my being and my potential to really achieve great things, and you know, rock this Purium business too. And I'm just so grateful to be able to help people while also helping myself. So thanks for allowing me to share, everybody. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing, Aya. So beautiful. I love that you're putting everything in savings too. That's such a great idea to kind of start that momentum of feeling that residual income building up for you. You know, every week when that money goes into your bank account, you're like, oh, there's a little bit more. It's building up. So it's building that momentum. I love that idea. And really smart too, because we suggest that a lot in this business, that, you create a different account for the money you're making here so you can actually see it. Because sometimes when your money goes into the same account with the rest of your monies, it just gets spent on the next bill or the next thing, and then you don't really get to really see it, And so it's great that you have a savings account, because you could be like, oh, over the last 3 months or over the last however many months, this is how much money I've made. And then that actually gives you inspiration of wow, I did that. I actually made that doing this, so that's really great. I love that share. And definitely money manifestation prayers and abundance manifestation is always, something that's great to talk about, especially in this day and age. We all could use a little bit of motivation, inspiration, and support in those areas. Who else would like to hop on and share next? We'd love to hear your voices.
Hey guys, it's Leah. Sorry I'm not on video. I was for a little while just eating watermelon and looking like
Leah, are you still there? You froze up for a second. I can't hear you. Leah, we can't hear you if you're talking. I texted her and let her know I couldn't hear her. I think she's going to hop off and hop back on. Did somebody else want to share while we're waiting? So we're talking about vision for the future, money manifestation, money insecurities.
Hey, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. So I was just talking with my husband this morning about setting kind of a new it and
You might have to call in, Leah. We lost you again.
Hey, you guys, morning. It's Gina. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can.
Awesome. So this is a great call because I think that money is something that, for me, I've thought that a lot of things, it's like, oh, it's a money block, but I really think it's more than the money block for maybe me and for a lot of people, that we've attached it to money, but it's actually more of a belief system deeper with us that's really not about money. And I'm kind of having that realization, which has been really kind of just awakening and kind of hard and sticky. And so really going deeper of like, okay, like, what is it that really I've tied with money? Like, is it my worth? Is it value? Is it my trust? Like, what's the blockage that I have that I've made it about the money? Because it's like, money doesn't buy happiness, and we know that, but we attach it with that happiness. We attach it with freedom. We attach it with things. We attach it with being able to have the house that we want, or whatever it is that we want, like in the world of material things, and that we need as human beings to live in this world. But for me, I really have thought that it was like, oh, the money, and I need to figure out this money thing and my relationship with money. And I think that's part of it, but kind of going deeper for myself of like, why do I have this relationship with money, and where does that kind of come from and stem from? So just having those realizations and being able to openly talk about it and express that here in a safe container is really, really powerful, you know, because it's like, okay, well, if it's about money and I had $1 million put into my bank account today, what's really going to change? And how's that going to free me from my money issue? Or what is it like it for me? So I'm just kind of saying, like, I feel like it's something deeper with money for kind of all of us, but it's easy to be like, oh, well, I need more money because then it's going to make my life easier, right? But it's like, well, why is it that block? And so just getting my mind to kind of start thinking about that, and what belief systems did I have as a child to give me that around money insecurities and that kind of scarcity of like, there's not enough. And just kind of diving into it. And it's not really that comfortable for me, and it's not really like fun, but knowing that it's something that I really, like at this point in my life, I'm really kind of like, I'm ready to address it and to like go to where that is coming from within me. So I really appreciate just being able to talk about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gina, for coming on and sharing that. And I think it really is, you know, deeper than our belief in money as well, you know, and it's rooted into our belief system. And so I like that you brought that up. And I think that a lot of our belief systems wraps back around to, you know, the scarcity and what we have and don't have, and comparing ourselves to, you know, other people in society that might have something we want. And so it's really getting past those insecurities and those blocks that we've created, kind of. And so I love that you just brought that up too, bringing it back around to like other insecurities besides just the money aspect of it. So thank you so much. And we still have about 5 minutes left. If anybody else wants to share, but I did want to give you guys at least one tool that can help to, you know, help to reset some of these habits, these conditionings that we've had around certain subjects, you know, that our own blocks, our own insecurities. And there's a book that actually I was just looking inside that my friend signed it. I didn't even realize it was a signed book that my friend gave me. And she actually gave it to me in 2008 when my son was first born. And I didn't even realize I had this book for that long until I just read the inside where she wrote to me a little note. So I've had this book for a while. I've had it for 10 years. But I didn't really read it until in the last 4 or 5 years, I've read it a few times. But there's a really great book for law of attraction. If you're wanting to learn more, it's called The Secret. Many of you have probably heard about it. Maybe you've watched, I think there's a movie that they've made about it. But it's a really incredible book that really talks about the law of attraction and can really help you to dig deep, a little bit deeper inside of yourself, your own self-realization, and figure out what some of those deep-rooted beliefs are and where they come from, and then how to kind of move past them and overcome those belief systems and create new ones that will empower you. So if you haven't read it yet, please get it. It's not a very expensive book. You can get it probably on Amazon Books for probably under $10, and just a good read to help you, you know, overcome some of those blocks. And we still have a few minutes left. If anybody else would like to share their voice today, I'm going to open it up one more time. All right, well, it sounds like we're coming to the end of our call, so I'm going to share one last quote from Bob Proctor. And it's about the law of attraction. It's out of The Secret. I just opened it up to this page, and I want to share this quote because it seems fitting for our call today. So you will attract everything that you require. If it's money you need, you will attract it. If it's people you need, you'll attract it. If it's a certain book you need, you'll attract it. You've got to pay attention to what you're attracted to, because as you hold images of what you want, you're going to be attracted to things, and they're going to be attracted to you. But it literally moves into physical reality with and through you. This is the law of attraction. So think about the things that you're wanting to attract into your life, into your business, and attract it to yourself. I'm really honored to have led this call with you all this morning. Thank you all for sharing your voices and for just being here today. I'll be posting the recording in A-Team along with that little money manifestation scripts that I shared today. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Also, I just want to let you guys know one last little thing before we hop off is I did see that on the Purium Health Products page, Dave and Amy will be going live later on today. I believe they're sharing about stress and anxiety, if I remember correctly. So please go join that event, invite people to watch that event, reach out to your customers, reach out to your prospects, let them know that this is a Facebook Live event happening today. And I'll see you guys on the live. Aloha. Have a beautiful day.